welcome to Cindy's Library. This is Cindy, and today is Tolkien's Reading Day. So why is March 25th Tolkien Reading Day? Because it is, at least according to the Shire calendar, and as much as it reflects our real world calendar, that is the day that the ring was cast into the fire and Sauron was defeated. So this year, the theme is travel and adventure. There are lots of things I could have chosen for that, but sometimes for travel and adventure, the hardest part is starting off. And so that inspired my two selections for today. The first selection is from The Hobbit. Hobbit, to see how a hobbit, Bilbo Baggins by name, came to end up having adventures, much to his dismay in some ways, although he really wasn't as prosy as he liked to think. But nonetheless, one day he runs into the wizard Gandalf, who invites him on an adventure, and it's rather funny what he says about adventures to begin with. Let's see. Um, let's see. Gandalf says, "But I have no time to blow smoke rings this morning. I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure that I am arranging, and it's very difficult to find anyone." "I should think so. In these parts, we are a plain, quiet folk and have no use for adventures. Nasty, disturbing, uncomfortable things. Makes you late for dinner. I can't think what anybody sees in them," says our Mr. Baggins, and stuck one thumb behind his braces and blew out an even bigger smoke ring. So that is his original opinion of adventures. But Gandalf decides that Bilbo would be an ideal person to include in an adventure he is arranging. And so he ends up inviting a party of dwarves to Bilbo's house to plan the adventure without Bilbo even knowing it, which is very amusing. But the dwarves, after dinner, they start out by singing a song of adventure, of their treasure, of misty mountains and dungeons deep, and of dragons. And this is the part I really wanted to get to. "And as they sang, the hobbit felt the love of beautiful things made by hands and by cunning and by magic moving through him, a fierce and a jealous love, the desire of the hearts of dwarfs. Then something Tookish woke up inside him, and he wished to go and see the great mountains, and hear the pine trees and the waterfalls, and explore the caves, and wear a sword instead of a walking stick. He looked out of the window. The stars were out in a dark sky above the trees. He thought of the jewels of the dwarves shining in dark caverns. Suddenly, in the wood beyond the water, a flame leapt up, probably someone just lighting a wood fire. And he thought of plundering dragons settling on his quiet hill and kindling it all to flames. He shuddered, and very quickly he was plain Mr. Baggins, of Bag End Underhill again." But, of course, it is too late. The spirit of adventure has already been awakened in Bilbo. Of course, a part of him, many times even most of him, quite protests against this as you go through The Hobbit, but he is never quite the same hobbit again, even before leaving on this adventure. Now, in Tolkien's writings, there's probably no one more reluctant to go on a journey than Nigel and Leaf by Nigel. Oh, I love what it says here. There once was a little man called Nigel who had a long journey to make. He did not want to go. Indeed, the whole idea was very distasteful to him, but he could not get out of it. He knew he would have to start sometime, but he did not hurry with his preparations, which is about as reluctant as one can be to start on a journey. Of course, one can't entirely blame Nigel in this case because Leaf by Nigel is probably the most allegorical, at least in the modern sense, thing, even in the medieval sense, thing that Tolkien ever wrote. And it is about death and purgatory and going on, of course, eventually to paradise. And it's very interesting, this journey that Nigel, for all his reluctance, has no way of getting out of. But one day, that is a journey we are all going to have to take, and one of the reasons why I love Leaf by Nigel so much is it reminds us of that, and that journey isn't really anything to fear, although it may be inconvenient, among other negative things. But it's a journey we all take, and, well, in the end, we will all end up where we are supposed to be. So, those are my 2 little readings for Tolkien's Reading Day this year. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for stopping by. If you are doing some reading for Tolkien's Reading Day, I'd love to hear what you are reading about. So until next time, I hope we all stay safe and healthy. And as always, happy reading.